finished watching the event screening of Mafia Mama at Event Cinemas. So, one reason that I saw this, actually two reasons. First reason is because I love crime and mafia movies. They are my, chef kisses, especially if they're done right. Second point is I saw this because I'm a Toni Collette fan and have been since her United States of Tara days. But like, this is not a mafia movie. They reference, in this movie, they reference The Godfather. I've seen The Godfather. I ended up hating it. I read the books and the books were slightly a bit better, but the movies were a trash pit. They reference Eat, Pray, Love, or in their words, Eat, Pray, Fuck. As someone who also recently discovered her new love for books, particularly smarty books, this is basically that. The premise that I had been told, well, had read anyway, was that Mafia Mama is basically about an American woman who discovers that her grandfather is dead and is forced to, follow his wishes, which makes sense. For about 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, the story goes, oh yes, sweet. It's gotta be badass. She's caught in crossfires of enemy lines, and she's caught in like, oh my god, I don't know what to do, and I've got I need to figure this out. That sounds cool. That sounded cool. But you lost me the minute this movie's got to its second scene. So the opening is really epic. It's very typical of American Italian films. And I say that as the fact that I've watched a lot of American Italian films. And I mean that in a sense of Americans making Italian films. I mean that literally as Americans have watched one too many Italian films and thought, hey, we should do our own take and assume we know what Italy is actually like and assume that we know what Italian mobsters are like. I don't know the thing about Italian mobsters, but I'm 100% sure they aren't as weird as these guys. Second point is, with them referencing Eat, Pray, Fuck, guess what happens within the first 30 minutes of this story? It's the fuck storyline. As someone who solo travels, as a female who solo travels, I literally do not pick up the first guy I see and be like, I haven't had sex in how long, let's go for it. This is why I'm saying where it feels like it's smut. It is basically a book smut storyline. There is no plot, and it's basically Toni Collette trying to work her way through younger men. Which I mean realistically sounds like a half decent plot to anybody. But there is no storyline. If you have seen United States of Tara, this is what I feel like it is. And I understand that DID is a lot different. I understand this is not DID. This is not Toni Collette playing Tara. This is Toni Collette playing a woman who doesn't know the first thing about mobsters. This is not that story. It's pretty much you yanking Tara out of United States of Tara and chucking her in Italy and going, good luck. Because she went from constant split personalities. It wasn't like the whole, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a like this. It's like, no, she felt like she was going through a roller coaster of split personalities. I mean, you could say that she was doing this purely because she was thrown in a traumatic situation really quick, which would make sense, but no, she just did not pick an emotion. She did not be like, I'm the mafia boss, let me kick your ass. She was all like, oh my god, for 99% of the movie. And when we saw her be the badass, it was kind of like a blink and you miss it moment. So I was really disappointed. Now, I have seen the Godfather films, and this film literally has sentences in it going, we are just like the Godfather, and Toni Collette would be like, I've never seen it. And then there would be lines like, you are just like Michael Corleone. And it's like, I did not like the Godfather films. And the fact that they're referencing something that is quite popular in pop culture does not save them. I haven't seen Eat, Pray, Love. I have no reason to. I'm not interested in it. I haven't even read the book. But again, going, hey, we're gonna be Eat, Pray, Love. Eat, Pray, Love meets the Godfather. No. Those are separate entities for a reason and do not work when they collide together. This was just a horrible film. The funny thing is, I was in an audience with about 20 other females. As someone who went in knowing this was going to fit into the crime genre, I knew that there's going to be a bit of violence, and there is a tiny bit of violence. The women in my session did not realize that, and when we saw people getting killed and murdered and eyeballs plucked out, they all screamed in horror. So I was like, this is funny, because I was expecting this. This Mafia Mama is predictable from start to finish. It is cliche as hell. It's essentially marketed towards mamas who need a bit of a steamy session with a little bit of violence. Look, as I said, it's very smut talk. It's very book talk. It's very detective alpha, crime. I want to have a little fun, even though you're the bad guy, but the bad guy is super cute because all these guys look no older than 20 and they all look like they've spent their life in a gym. I don't know, do Italian men look like that? I don't know, I don't actually go outside. I've never been to Italy, so I don't know, but this was so bad. It was very sexist as well. And the black friend trope. I thought we all agreed that the black friend trope died. Like, there was a whole ass essay on why the black friend trope died. And she was like only in 20 minutes of the film. And she only came in when she needed to prove a point and being like, you're a white woman. I'm going to help you be the white savior woman. No, the black friend trope died. This is 2023. We do not need to bring it back. And if you see Mafia Mama, you know what I'm gonna mean. But this was a whole bag of, let's not watch this again. And if you're going to make Mafia movies, do not make a point to try and be the next Godfather. The Godfather exists for a reason. And yes, I know it's written by men. But like, do not be like, we are just like the Godfather, because you are not. Nobody will ever be the Godfather. No matter how much I don't like that film franchise, I can guarantee you that nobody will ever top that. And nobody should make stereotyped Italian American films. And I'm talking about, I feel like, I mean, I could be wrong, I'm gonna have to do some research on this, but I feel like this was written as if Americans just base their references of Italians on what we see in the media, which is the stereotyped, you are all mobsters, the stereotype of there is ganglands, the stereotypes of we are winemakers, not actual bad guys, because why would we want to murder anybody? Just I regret seeing this. The worst part of this is I spent $32 on a movie ticket. I never spent $32 on a movie ticket. The most I've spent is $12. So what the hell was I thinking? I instantly regret this. I want my time back. I would like my money back, but that's impossible. But I would definitely love my time back. So yeah, don't see Mafia Mama. It is horribly bad on so many levels. It's sexist. It tries to play the feminist card, but feminist is equality, not sexism. It's just token black friend trope, bad acting, cliched Italian mobster tropes, just a whole bag of let's not do this again. Just no. We're gonna leave movies like this in the past, and if you want Italian mobster leads with females, great, do it, but this is not how you do it. And this is coming from someone who wants Italian female mobster movies, because this is not how you do it. We can do better, regardless of whether the writers were men or woman or non-binary. We can do better. This is